Feeling disconnected from friends? Reasons. Recently, I've been feeling distant from my friends. I still see them sometimes, but it doesn't feel like we are as close as we used to be. What can I do to make sure we don't grow apart? As life takes you in different directions and as priorities change, it is inevitable that there will be some friendships you outgrow, but there are many instances where you can prevent this. If you are feeling disconnected from friends you used to be really close with, it may be possible to reconnect with them. In this article, you will learn the specific habits that have been proven to foster closeness and help to maintain friendships. There are many reasons why you might feel disconnected from your friends. But some of the most common reasons why friends grow apart will be discussed in the video. 1. You don't interact as much as you used to. There are a number of reasons why you might be feeling socially disconnected, but the most common one is that you just aren't talking, texting, and seeing each other as much. If you go weeks or months without talking to people, it makes sense that you would feel like you have no close friends. According to research, regular interactions are key to build closeness with friends. 2. You keep your friendships online. Interactions that occur through social media tend to be more superficial and aren't as meaningful as talking on the phone or seeing someone in person. Research has found that people who are heavy social media users are more likely to struggle with loneliness, depression, and low self-esteem. If you feel distant from everyone, consider limiting your social media use to 30 minutes or less per day and instead find more meaningful ways to connect with your friends. 3. You have less in common. Another reason why friends grow apart is because their lives take them in different directions. For example, if all of your old friends are married and starting a family and you are still living the single life, you might find it hard to relate to them. People are more likely to become friends with people with whom they have a lot in common, so changing circumstances, differing beliefs, and priorities can make it harder to feel close to people. 4. Someone isn't putting in the effort. A friendship doesn't run on autopilot. It requires two people to invest the time and effort. If you've grown apart from a friend, it might be because one or both of you isn't putting in enough effort. A friendship becomes imbalanced when one person is always the one to reach out and make plans, but if no one makes an effort, it can become non-existent. You want to invest in friendships with people willing to make an effort and not friends who are flaky and unreliable. 5. You don't spend quality time together. If you are still talking to your friends and seeing them regularly but don't feel close, you might not be spending enough quality time together. If most of your conversations end up being small talk, gossip, or complaints, your times with friends can leave you feeling drained and wishing you'd stayed home. According to research, having positive interactions, fun experiences, and enjoying your time with someone is important to maintaining a close friendship with them. 6. You aren't real with your friends. Closeness forms when people are open, honest, and vulnerable with each other. 3. If you stick to the surface or pretend you're doing great when you're not. You don't give your friends a chance to know what's really going on with you, and you're bound to feel disconnected from them. While social withdrawal might be your go-to when you are going through a difficult time, these are the times when you need your friends the most. 7. There's unfinished business. Sometimes friendships dissolve because of a disagreement, misunderstanding, or conflict. Because most people dislike conflict, some people will go to great lengths to avoid difficult conversations with friends. If something feels off or you had a falling out with a close friend and never really talked it through, there may be some unfinished business that needs to be resolved. 8. Someone is going through a hard time. People have different ways of coping with stress, hardship, and difficult emotions. Some people reach out and lean on friends during hard times, while others withdraw and isolate themselves. If you've lost touch with a friend, it could be because one of you is going through a hard time and doesn't want to be a burden. 9. Priorities have changed. As we grow older, our priorities shift and change. In college, hanging out with friends at the bar may have been a weekly routine, but now, adulting may demand more of your time and energy. This can mean that there isn't much left over for your social life. Starting a new job or a serious relationship is a common example of changing priorities that can cause friends to lose touch and grow apart. Final thoughts. Because friendships are an important part of a fulfilling life, feeling distant from people can lead you to become unhappy. If you have friendships you haven't maintained, reaching out and making plans more often with your friends is a good first step to reconnect, but it's also important to make the most of these interactions. By opening up, being supportive, and planning activities that are enjoyable and fun, you can stay connected with your friends and avoid growing apart.
Subscribe.